Dear students, welcome all of you in the another session of Traffic Engineering and Management. So we have been discussing about the guidelines that are required to provide the rotary intersection. In the last session, we had learned about few things. In this session, we will continue the session, and the next element that is required for rotary design is called as width of carriageway at the entry and exit. See, you know that what is the meaning of carriageway? Carriageway is the width of pavement on which the pedestrian and vehicles can move. Now the width of carriageway, whenever we discuss about the width of carriageway of the rotary design, then the width of carriageway at entry and exit of a rotary is controlled or governed by means controlled by. It's controlled by the amount of traffic entering and amount of traffic leaving the rotary. So this is what you have to understand, that the width of carriageway of the entry and exit. See, if this is the rotary, see. If this is the rotary, then the width of this carriageway will be dependent upon the amount of traffic entering in the rotary and the amount of traffic leaving the rotary. The minimum carriageway width at the entry and exit is 5 meters. So this carriageway should be of minimum 5 meters. And the minimum width of carriageway at the entry and exit as per current Indian practices is given below. It is like this. If the approach road carriageway width is of 7 meter, means it is 2 lane without curves, and the radius at entry is 25 to 35 meter in the range of this, then the width of carriageway at the entry and exit should be 6.5 meter. If the carriageway width of approach road means this particular section, is of 10.5 meter, means of 3 lane approximately, because 3.5 meter is the approximate lane width, and if the radius at the entry is of in the range of 25 to 35 meter, then the width of carriageway at entry and exit should be 7 meters. And if the carriageway width of approach road is of 4 lanes, means approximately 14 meters, and if the radius at the entry is in the range of 25 to 35 meter, then the width of carriageway at the entry and exit should be 8 meter. So these are the criteria that we need to understand, that what is the primary element that controls the width of carriageway at the entry and exit of rotary. So the element is amount of traffic entering in the rotary and amount of traffic exit the rotary. The minimum carriageway should be of 5 meters, and it changes according to the lane requirement and radius at entry. The radius range is considered in the part from 25 to 35 meters. If 2 lane is there, then it will be 6.5 meter. If 3 lanes is there, then it will be 7 meter. If 4 lanes road is there, then it will be 8 meter. Okay, then comes width of rotary carriageway. See, width of rotary carriageway is a different thing. The width of carriageway and entry and exit is controlled by, we have already learned. Now this is about weaving. This is written over here is W weaving is equal to E1 plus E2 by 2 plus 3.5 meter. Don't get confused, as I will explain this thing in detail, that the width of the carriageway or the width of the weaving section should be higher than the width of entry and exit. Weaving section means this. See, let me show it for you. That if this is the road and this is the rotary, then this is called as width of weaving section. So what is the criteria? That this width of weaving section should be higher than the width of entry and the width of exit. Why? Because this is the main road that will play the main part while the vehicles are crossing the road. And normally this will be one lane more plus one lane than the average entry and exit width. Means if this is the 3 lane width, then this would be approximate If this is single lane, then this would be two lane. Approximate the width would be of two lane. So it is like this. So the section would be like this. See, this width is more than one lane of this entry width and exit. And this viewing width, this thing is called as viewing width. We have already learned. Viewing width equation is E1 plus E2 by 2 plus 3.5 meter. See, this is width at entry. This is the width of viewing section. And this is called as width of non-viewing section. You can see this is entry, this is exit, and this is the viewing section. See, this is called as viewing section. And these are called as non-viewing section. Now, the next criteria is about entry and exit angles of the rotary design element. See, we know that rotary acts like this. It can be of this shape or it can be of circular shape also. This angle, see, this angle, this angle, this angle, and this angle will play an important role whenever it is about the movement of vehicles. So let us discuss about the entry and exit angles. The entry angle should be about, see, this is the entry angle. It should be about 60 degree. And the exit angle, this is 60 degree. And the exit angle should be about 30 degree. Okay? Let me tell you once again that this is the entry section, this is the exit section. So this entry angle should be around 60 degree and this should be around 30 degree. Then comes the criteria of camber and superelevation. Let us revise that what is the meaning of camber. Camber means cross slope. Means if this is the road, this is the center line of road. So from the top edge of road, sorry, from the crown of the road to the extreme edge, this is called as camber. This is also called as camber. And with respect to this line, this is the cross slope. So it is also called as sometimes, camber is also called as cross slope. It is provided, let me make it very simple for you. Say this is called as cross slope. This is also called as cross slope or camber. And this is called as top edge of road, that is called as crown. This is provided so that if the rainwater is acted upon the surface of the road, it will directly get drain off. And the chances of rainwater being percolated in the various section of road would be very less. So chambers are provided to drain off the rainwater. You have learned this thing in the highway geometry design section of transportation engineering in the last semester. And super elevation, you know that if this is the inner edge of road and this is the outer edge of road, so the outer edge will be raised with respect to inner edge. So this will be the height and that is called as super elevation. Now, to cause the least discomfort, the algebraic difference in the cross slope should be limited to 0.07. The cross slope should be not more than 0.07. The individual super elevation should be limited to least amount of consistent with speed. That you have to calculate. There are various equations based on V and E. You have to put those equations and calculate. Then comes the capacity. See, the capacity of rotary that how much vehicle can be accumulated. It is determined by the capacity of each weaving action. We have learned that weaving action, width of weaving should be plus one length and the entry and exit. So that is how much vehicle it will, how many vehicles it will accommodate. Transportation Research Road Lab or Transportation Road Research Lab, that is also called as TRL, that is situated in UK, had proposed one empirical formula with the help of which we can find out the capacity of weaving action. This is the equation. 280 W1 plus E by W1 minus P by 3, 1 plus W by L, where the E stands for average entry and exit width, that is E1 plus E2 by 2. The W stands for weaving width. The L stands for length of weaving. And the P, this is P. P stands for proportion of weaving traffic to the non-weaving traffic. How much weaving traffic is there? How much non-weaving traffic is there? So this is how the capacity can be found out. The figure shows four type of movement at the weaving section. The vehicles can go from this to this direction. They can go from this to this direction or this to this direction like this. They can go like this or go like this. Or they can go like this also in this direction. Sometimes they go like this direction. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the four types of weaving movement at the weaving sections. We can see that A and D, let me erase all these things. A and D are the non-weaving traffic and B and C are the weaving. Weaving means they are changing this. So the P that we have calculated this equation C. This was the equation. Here the value of P would be calculated by the equation B plus C by A plus B plus C plus D. This will be given in the statement, where the A stands for left turning traffic along the left extreme lane. The D stands for left turning traffic moving along the left extreme lane. You can see left lane, left lane. B means cross or weaving traffic. Weaving means crossing. This is what does it mean? That it will cross from this to this. It is turning traffic towards the right direction, we can see. It is turning traffic towards the left direction. So B would be about the right and C would be about the left or vice versa. Weaving means crossing the traffic. And the A and D are not crossing their direction, they are going in the same direction. These are crossing C. So this came from here and goes to here. This came from here and goes to here. So they are crossing their paths. So ultimately, this was the equation in which you have to put the value of P as B plus C by A plus B plus C plus D. The above formula is only valid if E by W should be limited to 0.421, W by L should be limited to 0.1224, P should be limited to 0.421, and L should be limited to 18 to 19 meters. See, you have to go through the concept thoroughly with the help of book. These are the various kind of vehicle types and those PCU factors that you have to calculate. So this was all about the remaining guidelines. I hope you have gone through the concepts thoroughly. Thank you so much.